Will you pray with me? Holy and loving God, we are so grateful to be here tonight. We are grateful for a school district that cares about our students. We're grateful for teachers, administrators, parents, and families who all work together. So as we meet tonight and as this board takes under consideration all the business they have, give them wisdom, give us wisdom, help us to love our children even more and better than we do now. Help us to support our teachers and our staff in any way that we can, and we pray for them to support our families and students as well. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, and then we have the Upper Elementary Honor Society and ACE program, I think, here to lead us in the pledge.
We got the flags in the back, guys.
So the following upper elementary students from the 4th grade ACE class and NEHS will be saying the Pledge of Allegiance for you this evening. We have Austin Brown, Brody Cook, and Zoe Dunn. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. Y'all did a great job. Too fast. Sorry, it's still 5:59, so. All right, I have 6 o'clock. If you could call this meeting to order and give us a roll call, please.
McGee,
Yes.
Yocum, Peck,
Yes.
Adams.
Here. All right, appreciate everyone for being here tonight. Support Employees of the Month.
Yep, let's start with Poto Elementary School. All right, so let's, on this one, I think we probably still need to go up front so we can have our pictures up front. Or do you guys want to sit? I mean, it's kind of a new thing. We're kind of making it how we want it. So do you guys want to be involved in that up front or not?
Sounds good to me.
Because in
Be in
that
front?
way, y'all can get
Okay.
the word and all that. So let's do it like we've been doing. That's good.
Gary wants this picture taken.
Say it again. Here, yeah. Who wants to be? I only got two. We have three members, so there you go. You just-
So the primary school is proud to
That's a second.
recognize Jessica Gormley as the support staff spotlight for April. Jessica has been a part of our primary school family for the past 4 years. She currently does an amazing job as a paraprofessional in our life skills class, but she has also been a one-on-one para for special needs students in the past as well. She's loved by everyone, students, parents, and her coworkers as well. Mr. Graham is the teacher of the life skills class, and he said that Jessica is very dependable and enjoyable person to be around. She handles the kids well and makes our classroom a welcoming environment. And a couple of things that I would like to add to that as well is that she's such a hard worker, and she always comes to work with such a good attitude, and that means so much to me. She's very dedicated, and your dedication helps make our students more successful. We really appreciate you, Jessica.
Okay, go ahead. Well, we're gonna, hey, Tom, let's do both together. So go ahead and shake everybody's hand on the way down, Jessica, and then we'll wait, we'll do the next one, and then we'll do one big picture with everybody. All right, next we have Devin. You're gonna introduce our next one, which is a district employee for us.
I'd like to
introduce Eddie Francis. Eddie, one of our maintenance crew, but I guess the biggest thing I would say about Eddie is he is the most selfless person that I know. Call him anytime, to do anything, and we really appreciate everything that he does, not just in this office, but in district life. So we really appreciate it.
And I will say that Sunday I came up here to get some work done, and Eddie was out there painting all the lines that you guys see. That was Eddie Sunday. So he did a ton in this building. So anytime we had something in this building, Eddie painting is automatically a yes. So we are super pleased to have Eddie with us. Yeah. Here, you scoot up. Let's get you guys up front. You be the bookend there, I'll be the bookend over here. Good to go.
Make sure not hiding back there.
Can you see? There you go.
Good job, had fun out.
Thank you, guys. As you can see, first time we've been in the new building, so we're all trying to figure out what the new norm is. And well, hopefully, has the air kicked down any more than the 73? Is it still 73? No. So we'll be figuring that out tomorrow because it's supposed to be much cooler right now. But,
I'm not sure what's wrong with 73, but.
oh, well,
Yeah,
maybe not.
according to who you're talking to, yeah.
All right. Thank y'all for everything that y'all do. Appreciate it. Do we have any comments from the public?
No.
All right. I would entertain a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. It is 6:05. Where do we go?
We'll be back in executive session.
Through that door.
That way? I thought you would point that way.
You can go. Either way. Closer.
Yeah, come this way, guys. So by the end of the night, it might be toasty.
There's not even more people. It's gonna cool down outside, so it's not.
Yeah.
Sand going down.
Huh? Yeah. Well, I think I got the template. I'm just gonna print it. It's Eddie Francis. And just put E-D-D-I-E. Eddie, E-D-D-I-E. While we're waiting on you to do certain ones. Okay. Hey, Elizabeth, come on back.
Oh, okay, they're interviewing. Okay.
I don't know, I couldn't tell you,
Okay.
but they are interviewing going. And no,
Okay.
two, please.
Start from Eddie and I'll fix it.
They should make a decision.
Get the whole frame.
You got any idea how long it will take? Okay.
Hopefully not too long.
Okay. That's just the one that I should go over the baseball.
I would say within 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
the board met in executive session to discuss filling the open board seat. No other matters were discussed as authorized by Title 25 Oklahoma Statute, Section 307 of the Oklahoma Open Meeting Act. Those present were board members. Mr. Kempnick came in and our candidate for the board seat. The board returns to open session at 6:34 p.m. The board did not take any official votes or actions in executive session. I would entertain a motion to vote to appoint or not appoint an individual to the vacant school board seat number 5.
I move that we appoint Elizabeth Smith to fill that vacancy.
And I'll second his motion.
Okay, roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Oh, yep, you get to come join us. You're,
So, Ms. Smith, you do have a packet in front of you that we do not expect you to understand everything in there
Okay.
because most of the board gets it well in advance and has a chance to go through and preview it, so.
and I do think we have to give you your oath of office real
Okay.
quick. Okay. All right. Do you, Elizabeth Smith, hereby declare under oath that you will faithfully perform the duties of a board member of the Board of Education of Poto School District number 29 of LaFleur County, Oklahoma, to the best of your ability, and you will faithfully discharge all of the duties pertaining to said office and obey the Constitution and laws of the United States and Oklahoma?
I do.
All right, and then, do you want to read your
Yes.
loyalty oath?
Okay. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Oklahoma. I will faithfully discharge according to the best of my ability the duties of my office or employment during the time as I am a school board member of the Poto School District.
All right, and then if you just want to sign each of those. All right, we are excited to have you. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, so you're gonna skip this for right now, because you'll just have to fill that out later. And then, is there another, is there something to put behind that? There we go. Okay, okay. And so we are right here on this one, all right? All right, next item on the agenda is the reorganization of the board. Does anyone have any motions that they want to take as far as who to serve what office?
For me, I make the motion that we leave it as it was.
I second.
All right. Roll call, please.
McGee,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
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 And so that'll be Renata Adams as president, Phil McGee as vice president, and Dennis Shelton as clerk. And he's not here, so he's stuck with clerk again. So-
He gets to sign everything.
Sign
You
it.
didn't want that job?
No.
All right. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes from our regular board meeting from March 10th of 2025.
I'll make a motion we approve the board minutes,
All right.
March 25th.
Is there a second?
I second.
All right. Roll call, please.
McGee,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
All right. Financial reports, encumbrances, and change orders.
Okay, if you will look with me at your financial minutes, board reports, we'll start with the March.
Is Gary's yours on by chance? Nope. Okay, let's try again.
I just turned mine off.
They're working on it in the back.
Okay. So starting with the general fund in March, Our revenues are down just slightly for the month of March, and that is due to less federal funding coming in. Last year we had ESSER, this year we do not. Looking at our expenditures are up for the month of March. In March, we we did our lease for our security cameras in March. Last year we did it actually in April, so there was a difference there. In March, we also purchased 2 lawnmowers, and we did the Easy Route Bus in the month of March, which we did not have last year. And then looking at the building fund, our revenue was almost the same as last year. It's less than $1,000 difference. Looking at our expenditures, they were up from last year, and that was due to us making our loan payment in the month of March. Child nutrition, the revenue is down just slightly from last year in March. There was less local funding coming in the month of March this year. Our expenditures for child nutrition are down. Last year, we actually purchased a child nutrition vehicle in March, and this year we did not have that expense. So if you will turn it over to the year-to-date, we will start with the general fund again. Revenues are up year-to-date. There was our increase in our state aid and our prior year federal funding that came in more this year, and we also had our maternity leave that came in this year that we did not receive last year. Then looking at our expenditures are up year-to-date. There was some increase in salaries, some increase in equipment and textbooks for this year. But our fund balance still looks good for our general fund. Going over to our building fund, revenue is down year-to-date, and that is because last year we had a building fund transfer that went into building fund. This year we did not have that. Our expenditures are up for building fund. We had the turf, the 3003 North Broadway renovation. We had the drainage at Mockingbird. We had some parking lot. We are making our loan payments and other miscellaneous items, all coming out of building fund this year. Child nutrition, our revenue is up due to increase in our federal funding, and our expenditures are up year-to-date as well due to increase in salaries and our services that we are getting this year from OPA. And so our last column is our total operation, and we are still looking very good as of March 31st in those 3 funds. And then if you'll look with me at our general fund encumbrances, which is the very next sheet. I'm just going to go over a few of them. On the first page, in the middle, PO number 942 is a license renewal with some antivirus through our district. And the PO right below that, number 943, is for 150 Chromebooks that we will be using in our Poto Virtual Academy and other areas that are needed. And then if you turn the page and look at the bottom of page 2, PO number 978, that's just some increase in our Medicaid. This year, the Medicaid billing has changed somewhat, and so we're trying to hopefully get that in there to capture most of that increase. And then on page 3 at the bottom, PO number 1004, that is for a reflective tent at the SCC cafeteria. If you've been in there, there's windows everywhere, and it gets hot in there. And it's also a safety, so they're going to put the reflective tent on there so you cannot see in. So that's going to be a good thing for the SCC. And on the last page, close to the top, PO number 1010, that is for our band to be able to perform. It's a portable power conditioner, a plug rack, a digital line, and et cetera for them to be able to perform. And then in the middle, PO number 1016, that is for a 2024 Kia minivan. And then on the next sheet is the child nutrition POs. In the first PO on that page, PO number 45, that is for a beef grant. Our child nutrition manager was able to get $15,000 for beef this year, and so we will actually pay for that and then get reimbursed that amount. And the last PO on there is number 51, which is our normal OPA PO for the month. Are there any questions?
No change orders?
Good evening. I want to take a moment on behalf of the SEC to thank the Board of Education, the superintendents, for the opportunity to present in this amazing facility tonight. I'm honored to be the first one and a little bit nervous about that as well, especially since my computer's sitting sideways here. So I want to talk to you guys tonight about the SEC and the amazing things that are going on in my building. The SEC, the SEC, we moved into the SEC on February 8th of 2021. I'm excited this year because the first set of 8th graders to be in that building will walk across the stage in May, and the first kiddos to attend both 7th and 8th grade will graduate in 2027. Our teachers work collaboratively to build a mission statement for the SEC. We believe in our mission statement wholeheartedly, and we consistently look at our mission statement to make sure that we are meeting the needs of our student. Our mission at the Poto 7th and 8th grade center is to provide a safe, nurturing, and inclusive environment where every student is valued and celebrated for their unique talents and abilities. It is our goal to build a bridge for students between the elementary and the high school levels by providing a foundation, building positive and meaningful relationships, and creating pathways to unique learning opportunities. In order to achieve that mission, we have to have a vision, and our vision is to make a commitment each day to reach the utmost tier of success for our students and to build a sense of responsibility, tenacity, grit, and kindness. Our students hear these 4 words, or our power words, every day, and our teachers talk about them in their classrooms as well. One of the important things to us at the SEC is to build a sense of culture within our building and in general. One of our favorite times of the year is Native American History Month. We always get the opportunity to have the Native American dancers come to our building. Our teachers and our students get to participate in that, and students get some valuable insight into the connections to the heritage that's around them. One of the things that we've strived to do this year is to focus on our art and our sciences. Throughout the year, our kiddos have the amazing opportunity to build a portfolio. They display that work not only in the classrooms, but throughout our hallways. If you ever get a chance to walk through our hallways, you'll see our art all over our hallways. They also take the best of their pieces each May, and we have an all-district art show where parents, families, friends, and the community are invited to witness all of our kiddos' art, K through 12. We also have a very strong band program. Students who are musically talented have the opportunity to enrich their talents. We strive to build a strong program in the SEC in order to have a strong program at the high school for the marching band and the concert bands. Our students have the opportunity to participate in district contests and state contests where they generally do a pretty good job. And our band program not only builds strong musicians, but they also build a community in the band program as well. We also have some new and exciting things happening in our choir program. This year, we changed from not just choir to choir and drama, and our kiddos get the opportunity to have musicals and have presentations throughout the year. We've also introduced a stagecraft class that supports our choir and drama programs. These kiddos have done an amazing job, and if you ever get the opportunity to come out and watch some of their performances, I think you will certainly enjoy those. There are not thousands, there's a lot of opportunities besides, there's a lot, guys. There's a lot of opportunities besides just art and music at our school. Our athletes have the opportunity to participate in football, cheerleading, softball, basketball, wrestling, weightlifting, track and field, baseball, and golf. This year we had district champions in wrestling. We also had some students who performed very well in wrestling, but we also were LaFleur County champions with the 8th graders, so shout out to them. Along with our athletics, we also allow students to be successful not only in National Junior Honor Society, where they get the opportunity to serve the community. Our SEC Student Council fosters servant leadership with a lot of different projects throughout our community. And we also have a really good academic team who recently placed 6th in the state, and they made it all the way through round 5. I will say that the teachers challenged them to a match prior to their going to state, and we beat them, man. So, yeah, but we're also a lot older, so they have that opportunities as well. One of the neat things, particularly with the new graduation requirements coming up, we offer students our career and technology classes. Our TSA and STEM classes provide students the opportunity to learn job skills that they can take forward with them, not only to college, but into the workforce. Our TSA students compete on multiple levels. They just got back from TSA conference where we had several students qualify for the national level. Last year we had 3 students who qualified to go to nationals. At nationals they were in the top 12, so we're super proud of our TSA program. Our kiddos also have the opportunity to participate in agriculture education and FFA. It's not just the stereotypical farming and ranching. Kiddos have the opportunity to participate in leadership activities as well. They meet judge, they give speeches. We have a shooting sports team where a lot of kiddos will have an amazing opportunity to take that onto the college level with scholarship. We also still show livestock and livestock judge as well. We offer FCCLA and FACS at our site. These kiddos, again, it's not the stereotypical home ec that we were all used to. And Miss Stubbs is here tonight, so I'll brag on her a little bit. These kiddos have the opportunity to learn so many leadership skills. They also get to go to contests. This year we had 2 make it to regionals in the Creed contest, as well as children's literature. They have developed house plans. They have made budgets. And they, if you walk through our hallways, you'll see their art where they've designed outfits for an event. Oh, there's also a picture of their food trucks that they've designed up top. So they get to do a lot of neat things in FACS. We talk about our academics. In regards to the state level, our kiddos perform above the state in academic achievement, and they perform well above the state in English language proficiency progress. We have a lot of families projected to move to our area in the next few years, and so when they think about where they want to send their kids to school, they're going to Google it, and they're going to look on the internet. According to U.S. News and World Report, the 7th and 8th grade academic center ranks 54th among Oklahoma middle schools, out of approximately 302 middle schools. I'm pretty proud of that. It is based on performance of state tests, graduation rates, and something that's very close to our mission statement, which is how well we prepare them to go to the high school. So I'm excited about that. We have several community partners who partner with us to help our kiddos do a lot of things. This year, we were pleased to offer 39 of our Pirates at the SEC Christmas gifts who would otherwise not have Christmas gift through our Angel Tree and our Penny Wars. Our community also helped us send those 3 individuals to the national competition in Orlando, Florida. These are just a few of our partners that have made donations in different ways to our site this year. At SEC, we believe in community, not only working with our community of Poto, but to build a community amongst ourselves. We have done pep rallies that have been super fun. We have had fireside chats at Christmas. We sat with them at lunch with the fireplace on the screen in the back. We've had incentive days for our kids, and we've also initiated a Pirate Pride Award where our kiddos get to honor a teacher that they feel like's made an impact in their life. These are some of the pictures of the fun things that we've done. We also really enjoy dress-up days, and the teachers participate in those sometimes more than the kids do, and we really, really enjoy that. Something else we do with our kids is they go to our KTC event where they learn about careers and all the opportunities that KTC has to offer. That's in conjunction with ICAP, where we're preparing our kiddos for the future. This year, we were honored to have Miss Katie Stubbs as our Psych Teacher of the Year. Miss Stubbs is our FACS teacher, and she's here this evening. Miss Stubbs brings a wealth of knowledge to our kiddos. She has done a great job of preparing them for their future careers, not just the stereotypical home ec as we talked previously, but they've done a lot of interesting things with finances and budgeting and those kind of things. So we're proud of Katie Stubbs, our Site Teacher of the Year. We also had a really neat opportunity to honor Miss Tara Lamb as the Oklahoma City Teacher of the Game at a Thunder game this past February. Miss Lamb was our previous Site Teacher of the Year as well as the District Teacher of the Year. The SEC teaching staff our staff consists of 23 classroom teachers, 1 counselor, 1 LPC, 3 paraprofessionals, 2 office staff, 3 custodial maintenance, 1 IT, and 2 administrators, and we have a combined 345 years of experience. There are several of us in the building that our teacher numbers start with 1, so we've got a rich background with our teachers. This year, we choose a slogan every year, and this year it was always be yourself. Unless you can be a pirate, then always be a pirate. I think that plays hand in hand with every pirate every day. Our mission works well with every pirate every day, and we have really jumped into that. Everything you see that we post, everything that we do says every pirate every day. I encourage each of you to visit us on Facebook at Poto 7th and 8th grade Academic Center, and also to visit our site page on poto.k12.ok.org. .ok.us, not org, sorry. It's a long one. Thank you guys for the opportunity tonight.
All right, thank you very much. It was a great report. You don't have to bring up how old some of our kids are, though. All right, discussion and vote to approve or not approve the temporary appropriations for 25-26.
So every year, we bring the temporary appropriations to you. These appropriations help us make it through the summer months until we get our estimate of needs, which is usually in September. And it is the general fund, building fund, and child nutrition fund that we're bringing you today to approve for our temporary appropriations.
Does anyone have any questions or comments? Entertain a motion?
I move we approve the temporary appropriations.
Is there a second?
I second.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Discussion and vote to approve or not approve the following board-appointed positions.
Yep, so we have two. Treasurer Valerie Martin, that's our normal one, that's every year thing. But we did put the deputy board minute clerk on here, Sheila Nichols. So Kelly is our minutes clerk, but anytime Kelly's gone, Sheila is the minutes clerk. So we might as well go ahead and get that one approved too. So that's why that's on here.
If there's no questions or comments, I'd entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve, Ms. Martin and Ms. Nichols.
Is there a second?
I second.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Discussion and vote to approve or not approve the following contracts agreements.
Yeah, so let me just take a minute and go through these. The compliance resource, that is our drug testing, and that's for bus drivers. So we'll have two different ones here, but this one is for bus drivers. There was no change, no cost change or anything from the previous year to this year, so it is exactly the same. The next item, Department of Rehabilitation, that's an annual item. That's just one of our normal ones. I'm assuming that deals with our SPED kiddos, as I'm thinking through the packet, but I'm pretty sure that's SPED kiddos. The next three are KTC, once again, all annual items. The math science we have to do, the transitional services we have to do, and transportation we have to do. The precision drug screening is the next one. That is for our students, and that's the random drug testing we have. It was no cost change at all, so no change from the previous contract to this one. The EOMC telemed services, that's exact same, no change on that one either. So once again, a lot of these are just housekeeping items that we need to continue to approve and use. Syllogist, the next one, that's our SIS, our Student Information System, and that is an annual item as well. But there was a change in that one. Last year, the total cost was $42,652. This year, the total cost is $46,052, 7% increase. That's because we added the electronic purchasing requisition component this year. And that was one of the things that came from our central office. So Valerie, do you have a minute to kind of fill them in on the electronic requisitions?
So I'm very excited about this because currently we do our requisitions on paper and they have to come over. We do receive some through email and things like that, but they're still on paper. So this application will allow the user to enter their purchase requisition online in Syllogist, and then it'll go to the next person, like the site principal. They can look at it, they can approve it. Then it will come over to our central office, and our encumbrance clerk can approve all the coding, verify everything, and then it would actually end up going to Mr. Kempnick, and he can approve it, and then once he approves it, we can convert it into a PO. So that user can see where that requisition is at any time. We can send it back to them, ask them for more information, they can upload a quote, and they can actually print out reports, and they don't have to wait on us to do a monthly report. So I'm very excited about this application, and ready for it to be here, really, so.
And so going back up, that Department of Rehabilitation Services, 2526, that's the transition to work program, so that is for our SPED kiddos. Any other questions on any of the contracts?
I would request that we entertain these separately, that we go A through F and H. We can do all those at once, but I need to abstain from G, so.
Okay, I'll move that we approve contracts A through F.
A through F and H is fine.
and H.
Yeah. All right, we have a first. Someone want to make a second?
I second.
All right, roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I say yes on those. Okay. That's okay. And then I'd entertain a motion to approve or not approve the EOMC telemedicine services agreement.
I'll move we approve the EOMC telemedicine service.
I'll second this.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Discussion and vote to approve or not approve a bid for the public land lease agreement.
Yep, so we had this open for bid. We did have a couple of people put in for this. Travis Clem was the high bidder, and so it would be a total of $312 per year for the lease of the land. The land we're talking about is the land that we purchased last summer. That's back here where our FFA currently is and on the back end of the adjacent property right here. So that's the land we're talking about. And so what this is allowing is someone to come in and hay it. So if we don't hay it, we're just going to be cutting it down. It's going to go to waste. So this will allow somebody else to take the responsibility of keeping it down, and they're going to get to use it for their cattle. So it's a win-win on this. And our goal isn't to make money on this, to be honest. It's to make sure that it's knocked down and then somebody else is benefiting and their cows are benefiting, or their cattle.
Do you have any questions? Entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the bid received for the land lease.
Second the motion.
Roll call, please. Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Discussion and vote to approve or not approve activity fundraisers for the 24-25 school year as presented.
Yeah, and this was 24-25 because it's in June, so it is this fiscal year. That's why it doesn't say 25-26 like most would at this point. But that's a wrestling one-day dual camp. Shouldn't be anything abnormal. Be a good opportunity for them.
Entertain a motion.
I move we approve the fundraiser.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes. Discussion and vote to approve or not approve out-of-state activity trips.
Yeah, so we've got two in your packet. One is the high school journalism class. That is a trip to Van Buren, the Heritage Photography Processing Lab. So that should be a really cool opportunity for our kiddos. The upper one is for the summer school Pirate Quest, and that is to Crystal Bridges in Bentonville, Arkansas, which is a normal one for us as well.
I'd entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we approve the two.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes,
All right. Vote to approve or not approve surplus items.
Yeah, so you have several items on here. The primary had a big old list of books. They were going through their library and weeding out a lot of books that were damaged or whatnot. So you see pages upon pages in your packet there. The upper elementary did the same thing. They had surplus books, but they also had some furniture in their surplus list. Our high school wrestling mats, they are surplusing those. We're in the process of ordering new mats for a wrestling team. Excited about that. And then the transportation, we have a Chevy Malibu on there. So earlier today, one of the POs that we had talked about was a Kia. We currently have 2 Kias. This would give us a third, which we definitely need in our district. So the Chevy Malibu there, we're going to surplus it, and it would be a trade-in as to be able to get the Kia for cheaper. So that's what we're looking for, to get these surplus so that we'd be able to move on. Anybody got questions on any of the surplus items?
Anyone have any questions, comments?
What do you have to do with all your surplus items?
That's a great question. So right now, in the whole back end of this building is surplus. And so this summer, we've got to, or this spring, but probably this summer, we've got to get all of our surplus out. So we'll have a surplus sale, and what doesn't sell is going to end up in the trash. We've got to clear this out because the whole back end of this is going to be for all of our small fleets. So we just bought a third Kia. Well, that's part of our small fleet. We've got 14 passenger buses. That's part of our small fleet. So we're wanting to start next August with all of our small fleet in the back end of this building. So in order for that to happen, we got to get all the surplus out. We did have surplus prior to a couple of years ago in all of the buildings. So I know that the principals are excited not to have that stacked up in rooms in their building. So we moved it all to this location so we have one location for surplus. If you feel, excited at the end, I can show it to you, but it is a lot back there. It's amazing how much surplus we had spread out throughout our district.
All right, I think need a motion on that.
I make a motion, we approve the surplus list.
Second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 All right, facilities report.
Okay, so a couple of things, we're currently working on, the old admin building, the future, virtual academy. So, work's going on right now with that.
All right, superintendent's report.
Yeah, so I want to take a minute and let Dr. Gillum come. Some good news about the Cash for Classroom grants and to fill you guys in on her last Friday award from POE. So just highlighting one of our rock stars.
So last November, we wrote a grant for Casey's Cash for Classrooms, and at the end of March, we were notified that we received a $25,000 grant, and so that is it was written for campus improvement. So one of the things that we wanted to do is add weather-resistant furniture for the multi-tiered deck that is between the main building and the cafeteria building. And so we're hoping that we'll be able to furnish that. We also have some things that we want to finish up across the campus, outdoors, some canopies and some things like that. We could spend, I've got more than $25,000 in my brain always. But we're gonna have to be selective on the things that we can try to finish, but we have quite a few things in the gyms that we'd like to continue working on that we'll be able to accomplish with the $25,000 from this grant. And then we were nominated last year and were finalists for Professional Oklahoma Educators
Foundation for Excellence School of Character. And we were one of 3 finalists last year and didn't win the big prize. And then this year we were one of 5 schools that was selected, and on Friday night we did win. And that is awarded to schools that really work to embed character education into their school processes. And we have worked really intentionally the last 5 years in doing exactly that. And so we were really excited to have an opportunity for them to come and visit at our school and interview and see our kids in action and tour our campus. And then for them to recognize that we really are trying to put those things in place that they value and that we value as well. So we were excited about that, and we got $1,500. So that was a nice prize as well. So thank you. Thank you for letting me share about it.
Congratulations.
Okay. Legislation. So, as you know, we're continuing to track through the legislative session, and there's all kinds of bills that are going to possibly have an impact on public education. So let's go through some of them that we're keeping an eye on. Senate Bill 758, and you'll notice in your packet it has a whole list of them, so you can look through any of those as well, but I want to highlight a couple. So Senate Bill 758, this is the one that is focused on removing virtual days as an option. A lot of your schools that were 4-day a week, they put the 1080 hours in. Then they put the minimum 163 days plus the 1080 hours. So the legislation continues to find a way to try to limit 4-day school weeks, and then educators and schools say, we can do it through virtual days, which is the way a lot of schools are doing it now. They'll have a virtual Friday or a virtual Monday, and so they're 4-day a week. And so the legislation through Senate Bill 758 is really focused on trying to limit that. It won't have any impact on virtual schools or schools that are non-traditional, but it will come in and it could impact all of us if we're trying to do a lot of virtual days. So we're all looking at that one to see how what the final version will end up looking like. The next item is House Bill 1276 and Senate Bill 139. Both of these are focused, one on each chamber of the body there. Both are focused on cell phones. So we are anticipating one of these will make it out and will become a cell phone bill. It shouldn't have very much impact in POTO. Both of them read similar. One has got more loopholes in it, so parents can sign off, and schools, there's different loopholes in them. But I think both of them are bell-to-bell cell phone free campuses, which shouldn't have a big impact on POTO. But nonetheless, I do anticipate one of those coming through. House Bill 1727, that expands OLAP to the children of teachers if they've taught for over 10 years in the state of Oklahoma. So that is an interesting piece. There wasn't any money in the system for pay raises for teachers, but this is one of those bills that's made it a little further than I thought it would, honestly. I still think it will die, but at this point it's still alive, and that is interesting because it is a big benefit for teachers if they have the opportunity for their kids to get OLAP. So, and that would apply to any college in our state. Next is Senate Bill 6 and Senate Bill 652. Those are both election bills. And if you remember, every year election bills come up. They try to change when elections can happen from schools. They're trying to align them with local, state, or national elections is pretty much what all of those are. Next is House Bill 2288. That's the one that is a big deal for us because it's going to remove the retire and rehire restrictions for retirees. So someone could retire, sit out for 60 days, and then be able to come back. So basically they could retire in May and then be able to teach again in August, which is a big deal. And we have a teacher shortage in our state, so I am excited about that one. I think that one would help our state for sure. And then if there's any legislation that you guys want to talk about, we can, but there's a lot there. But those are the ones that we're really keeping an eye on, trying to watch. And then the last item for me, if you don't have any, if you do, we can go back to it, but is the policy book update. So if you remember 2 years ago in April, you guys approved the process for us to start switching our board policy book from what we had to OSSBA. It's been a long process. Ms. Adams was part of that committee. We went through 1/5 of that, 550 pages approximately. So we divided it up, did about 110 pages a month for a 5-month period. And then since then, we've sent it back and forth. We're on our 5th version now of this document, and I feel like we finally have a finalized version. So it should be here in May or June, and they'll have copies for all of our sites, and we'll be able to give you guys a flash drive with your entire board policy book on it, so each of you guys will have access to all of that at a fingertip, and then we'll obviously have it on our website as well. So I'm really excited to finally have a policy book that is up to date in POTO. So it's been a long coming, but we've put a lot of work into it, and I feel like it'll be a much better product than what we currently have. So, say it again? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we had several on there, so, yeah.
I entertain a motion to close the executive session.
Maybe there's a ghost here.
I tried it, we tried them earlier.
met in executive session to discuss personnel items, and no other matters were discussed as authorized by Title 25 Oklahoma Statute Section 307B1 of the Oklahoma Open Meeting Act. Those present were board members and Mr. Kipnick. The board did not take any official votes or any action in executive session and returned from executive session at 7:27 p.m. All right, I would entertain a motion with regards to accepting the resignations set out in 23 for approving the employment of, for high school English 3 at Poto High School, Belinda Westfall, for third grade teacher at the upper elementary, Kathleen Manlove, for fifth grade ELA at the middle school, Haley Stone, who's with us here tonight, sixth grade ELA at the middle school, Felicia McKenzie, fifth and sixth grade library intro to media at the middle school, Miranda Hawley, PHS English 1 teacher, Mike Bunch, SEC seventh grade geography teacher, Carson Cheek, primary summer school paraprofessional, William Sawyer, Poto High School sped teacher, Krista Kempnick, Tier 1 paraprofessional at the primary, Jessica Rivera, Tier 1 paraprofessional at the primary, Raylene Ellis, fourth grade teacher at the upper, Abby Goins, and seventh and eighth grade math teacher at the SEC, Joe Westfall, and to approve the reemployment of the certified employees set out in attachments A, B, C, D, and E. Anyone want to make that motion?
Yeah, I move that we do the resignations and the employment and the reemployment of these.
And I will second his motion.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 And that leaves just one thing. I'd entertain. Go for it.
I'll make a motion, we call this meeting done.
All right.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 All right. Thanks to everyone for being here tonight. Who did I miss that was here? There was another one that was here that I didn't know. Who did I miss that was